to Jordan's Artful Wellness. Thank you so much for joining me for this flow. It's very gentle, soothing, full body openness, and working from the ground up into a couple standing postures and coming back down once more. So from here to begin, let's start on our back. Lengthen out the legs to the front of your mat, drop your head down, tuck the shoulder blades open, allow the feet to naturally fan open. And begin to connect with your breath. Just feel the natural rise and fall of your belly. Begin to take a full body scan from the top of your head to the tips of your toes, just noticing how you feel in this first moment on your mat as you begin to connect in with your body and your mind. And begin to take more notice of your breath. On your exhale, begin to walk your feet, heels towards the sit bones, bending the knees towards the chest. Bring your forehead to your knees for a nice little cervical spine release. Drop the head down on the inhale. Begin to rock this side to side, gaze in the opposite direction of your knees for a gentle spinal articulation. Just moving throughout, still waking up the body. And from here, coming back to center, we'll take the hands to the knees, big toes to touch, and open up the knees to all four corners of the room. Just releasing the hips gently here. One more circle, and gently switch directions, noticing the subtle change as you do. And one more circle, bringing the knees back to center. We'll hug our right knee into our chest, lengthen that left leg long. Point and flex the toes, roll out the ankle, anything that feels good just to release that joint. Really compressing this right hip, bringing that right knee to the outside of your rib cage towards that right shoulder, resting and relaxing the head down. And from here on your exhale, bring that right knee across your body. Open up and outstretch that right arm. Gaze to follow. Supine twist. Massaging the internal organs. Opening up the hip. Twisting the spine. Opening up through the chest as both shoulder blades glue to your mat. Inhale, unravel, bring this right knee back to your chest. And exhale, switch, lengthen that right leg as you hug your left knee in. Roll out the ankle, point and flex the toes, just releasing and letting go, moving throughout this joint. And again, focusing on compressing this right hip as you squeeze it in. Bring that left knee closer to the left shoulder. And exhale, we'll take a supine twist. Bring the left leg across your body. Outstretch that right arm, or left arm, gaze to follow. As I say often, this is an amazing posture to begin and end your day. Giving a little bit of love and attention to our spine, moving throughout. Releasing tension on every exhale. Really lengthen those exhales. And inhale, unravel. Bring that left knee back towards your chest. And exhale, lengthen to meet the right leg. Inhale, take your hands back behind you. Full body stretch. Point the toes to the front of your mat. Reach your hands to the back, really opening up, finding length. And on your exhale, hug your knees in once more. Rock this side to side. Following your breath. One more each side. And coming back to center, inhale. On your exhale, go ahead and roll to your right side in your fetal position. Just take 3 breaths here, taking your left hand in the center and allowing your head to rest on your right. And inhale, we'll slowly come up to seated. Go ahead and cross your legs. Sit on a block if you want your hips higher than your knees. Roll those shoulder blades down and away and begin to open up the back of your neck. On your exhale, tuck the chin to your chest. Allow your head to hang heavy. Hands can come down by your side if you want a little bit more length. And on your inhale, take your left ear to your left shoulder, left hand rest on the head, and walk those right fingertips to the outside of your mat, really opening up and finding length. On your exhale, release your hand down, chin tucks back to chest. And we'll take this on the other side. On your inhale, take your right ear to your right shoulder, right hand rests on top of your head, and walk those left fingertips to the outside of your mat. You're welcome to keep your eyes closed the whole time, really tuning in and just moving slow and holding these postures to really allow your body to begin to open and release. On your exhale, drop that right hand down, chin back to your chest. And from here, we'll begin to take movement. On your inhale, taking an ear to a shoulder. Exhale, slowly rolling through center. And inhale to the other side. Exhale through center. Inhale, ear to a shoulder. And begin to follow your breath here. Just noticing how one side feels different than the other. Slowly how you're releasing and opening up. And from here, we'll take one more on each side. Inhale your left ear to your left shoulder. Exhale through center. And inhale your right ear to your right shoulder. Exhale takes you through center, and on your inhale, take the hands high, reaching up towards the sky. Really finding length, opening up. And on your exhale, drop that left hand down. Inhale, reach the right fingertips over your head to the side, really opening up and finding length in your side body. Inhale, come back. Left hand to meet, and on your exhale, right hand down. Really reach that left arm across your body. And inhale, come back. Reach the hands high And on your exhale, shift your weight forward all the way down, drop your head. Rounding out through the spine. And on your inhale, we'll walk our hands towards our shins and drop down into our wide leg child pose. So from here, big toes to touch, knees wider than your mat. And exhale, sink that chest down, begin to open up and release. And with your forehead, press heavy on your mat, begin to set an intention. Something to tune in closer to the purpose of your practice and meeting on your mat for this flow. Maybe it's a dedication to someone or something, or maybe you have an inner mantra that you're really trying to work on. Whatever it may be, begin to connect with that. With every inhale, let it fill you from the top of your head to the tips of your toes. And every exhale, let everything go that doesn't serve that intention, doesn't serve your purpose. And from here, we'll begin to open up our side. On your inhale, halfway lift up the head. On your exhale, walk your hands over to your right side. Place the left hand on top and drop that head down. Really compressing this right hip as you find some length along the right side body. From the left fingertips all the way down to the left hip, finding length. Inhale, come back through center, and on our exhale, take this over to your left side, placing the right hand on top and dropping your head down. Really breathe into this posture, sinking into where you need to feel it most. Inhale, come back through center. Exhale, drop that head down once more in your wide leg child pose. And on your inhale, slowly lift up to that box where your shoulders stack over the wrists and hips stack over knees. From here, we'll find some movement. Shifting towards one hip, rolling those sit bones down to the heels, dropping the head, allowing it to hang heavy, really releasing tension as if you're rolling on a foam roller. Really hang there and breathe if you feel some tension that you need to release. And otherwise, just keep moving. No wrong way to go about it. You just tuning into your breath, your body. And one more circle. Coming back to center on the inhale and gently begin to shift to the other side. Noticing the subtle change of this movement as you switch. Just notice how one side of your body feels different than the other. And one more complete circle. Rising back up to your box. So from here, we'll flip our wrists around so our fingertips face those knees. And on a slow exhale, drop the sit bones down towards the heels, really opening up the forearms and releasing tension that exists here. And the second the palms really start to lift up off the earth, go ahead and hang there and breathe. That's your edge where you feel the opening the most. Really sinking in, allowing everything to open and let go. And on your next inhale, slowly rise up from here. Flip the palms so they face up, fingertips towards one another. Go ahead and wiggle out the fingers. bringing them towards the wrists and back down, giving them a nice little tap, and then roll out the wrists a few ways each direction just to let go. And we'll begin to move throughout the spine here, opening up into our cat-cow. So when you're ready, on your next inhale, belly sinks down, shoulder blades roll back and away. Really open up the chest into your cow. And exhale, navel to spine, top of the spine up towards the sky in your cat. Inhale back to your cow, opening up the heart, swaying in the lower back. Exhale, cat, gently shift that weight forward as the top of the spine goes up to the sky. And inhale into your cow. Exhale, cat. 2 more times, inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Last time, inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Back to a neutral spine here. From here, we'll lengthen that right leg and add the left arm straight out in front of us for a nice spinal balance. Finding length between the fingertips and the toes, engaging the core, finding a drishti, a focal point, something to tune in, releasing the wrinkles in the back of your neck. So rather than looking up, look straight down in front of you, just where both of your hands would be. And on your exhale, drop that left hand down. Bring that right foot to the top of your mat. Really shift that weight forward, opening up the psoas and hip flexor here. Option to rise up to that knee. Add the arms high, gaze follows, really opening up, saluting the sun. Focusing on the psoas and hip flexor again, so really shift that weight, but still make sure the knee stacks over the ankle. Finding the beauty in this posture and the opening that you crave. And on your exhale, take your hands down, shift your weight back into your half splits, lifting up those right toes high, staying high or lowering all the way down, hips towards the heel. And tucking the chin to your chest, nose towards your knee. On your inhale, slowly rise up. Continue to go through your lunge, taking that right knee over those right toes. So what you're doing here is opening up the back of the Achilles, the back of the heel. So the second the heel really starts to lift up, that's your edge. Really hold and hang and breathe. And the more you bring that chest forward in front of you, the more you'll feel that weight pull down on the back of the heel to find some openness, length, and a stretch. And on your next inhale, gently begin to rise up. Plant the hands to frame the foot. Step that right foot back long. Bend the heel to the sit bone. Stack the hips. Move throughout this hip joint a few circles. And then gently switch direction, taking a few more in the opposite direction. Once you're nice and even, dropping that right leg down. We'll take this on the other side. Lengthening your left leg long. We'll add the right arm. Thumb points up, toes point down. One long line of energy. And on your exhale, drop your right hand down and step the left foot to the top of your mat. Really exaggerate that lunge again. Remember to open up the psoas and hip flexor this time on the other side. And when you're ready from that runner's lunge, inhale, take the hands high, reaching up towards the sky. Also available is to drop those hands towards your knee. Really shift the weight forward. And on your exhale, take your hands down. Shift your weight back into your half splits once more, keeping the toes high, lowering all the way down to your sit bones or staying high and dropping the head towards your knee, whichever variation you're in. Relaxing into the stretch. Feel the openness from the back of the heel all the way to the top of that hip. And when you're ready on that next inhale, slowly begin to rise up. Plant the hands, frame that left foot, and begin to continue to shift your weight forward into that Achilles open stretch. Walking the hands in front of you if you need to go a little bit deeper, making sure the knee shifts a little past those toes, but you still have some weight in your hands. And on your next inhale, begin to rise up. Frame the foot with your hands. Step that left leg back long. Bend the heel to sit bones. Stack the hips. Open up. And switch directions. Once you're nice and even with that hip, I'm going to drop it back down into your box. And from here, we'll shift into our first downward facing dog. Shift that weight forward. Inhale, curl the toes. And exhale, lift up, back, and away into your first downward facing dog. Begin to pedal out the feet. Sway side to side. Any little movement that feels good to you. Then after some movement or stillness of your choice, we'll begin to take some sun salutations. On your inhale, bend your knees and look forward. Exhale, walk, float, or jump to the top of your mat. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, take your hands high to mountain. Drop that head back if you choose. Open up the chest. And exhale, fold all the way down. Deep forward fold, chest and thighs connect. Tucking the chin towards the chest. Dropping the forehead towards the knees. Allowing the cervical spine to release. Allowing the back to round. The back of the legs to open. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, plant the hands, walk, float, or jump to the back of your mat. On your toes or on your knees, take your chaturanga. Shift that weight forward, inhale. Exhale, lower, slow. Inhale, up dog or cobra, opening up the chest. Exhale, down dog. On your inhale, bend your knees and look forward. Exhale, walk, float, or jump to the top of your mat. Halfway lift, inhale, straight, strong spine. Exhale, fold, Uttanasana, chest and thighs connect. Maybe find a ragdoll here on this second one, grabbing opposite elbows. Rock this side to side. Finger paint in your mat. Take a shoulder rinse if that feels good. Most importantly, just opening and letting go. On your exhale, release your hands to your toes. On an inhale, come on up to your mountain. Hands reach high overhead. And exhale, fold, Uttanasana, chest and thighs connect. Ardha Uttanasana, inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, walk, float, or jump to the back of your mat. Take your high to low, shifting that weight forward. Inhale, exhale, lower. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, down dog. On your inhale, lengthen your right leg long. On your exhale, step your right foot to the top of your mat. Welcome to stay on the toes or drop down to that left knee. Inhale, rise to your crescent. Exhale, plant your hands down, frame the right toes, lift your left leg long, standing splits. Cross your left ankle behind your right, halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, fold, release. Inhale, re-lengthen your left leg long, standing splits. Exhale, bend into the right knee, drop those left toes back behind you. One more crescent, inhale, rise. And exhale, plant your hands down, frame the right toes step back, take your high to low. And exhale into your down dog. On your inhale, lengthen your left leg long. On your exhale, step it to the top of your mat. Inhale, rise into your crescent. Working with your breath. Finding a drishti, a focal point, something that's just out in front of you, not moving. Tune in, come back to your intention. Standing splits from here. Exhale, plant your hands down, lift and lengthen your right leg long. Drop the head, nose towards the knee. And exhale, cross your right ankle behind your left. Halfway lift, inhale, straight, strong spine. Exhale, fold. Back to standing splits. Inhale, lengthen. Bend into your left knee. Drop those right toes back behind you. Back to crescent. Inhale. And exhale, plant the hands. Step the left foot to the back of your mat. High to low. Shifting that weight forward. Inhale. Exhale, lower slow. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, shift your weight forward into your plank. Drop down to those knees. Come into kneeling from here. Find something that you can maintain in your kneeling. So if you like to curl those toes and stay high, to begin to open up the back of your feet as an added little bonus. As you curl those toes and sit down on your heels, you're beginning to open up the fascial line in your posterior chain that runs from the toes all the way behind your heel, behind your legs, your glutes, lower back, all the way up to your neck, around your head, and connects to your eyebrows. So if you want to open up that area, if you have some tightness in your neck and lower back, you can always begin by opening and releasing that in your feet. It's the same theory as rolling on a lacrosse ball for about 3 to 5 minutes. So you're welcome to do that while we open up our arms. Your choice. If you want to untuck those toes at any time, know you can lower down there. Opening up your arms to the side on your inhale, we'll take our eagle arms, taking our left arm underneath our right, taking the palms together as best as possible, pulling our elbows towards the front of the room, reaching our fingertips up towards the sky. You should feel a very nice opening on the upper back between the shoulders. On your next inhale, unravel, take the arms back open, and we'll find this on the other side. Taking that right arm underneath your left, weaving the fingertips together, palms to touch as best as possible. Taking the fingertips high, really reaching the elbows forward. Again, find the openness in your back. Coming to an intention, especially if you're sitting on those toes. Tuning inward. And on your inhale, opening up the arms, dropping them down by your side. If you have those toes curled, go ahead and untuck them and have a seat on the heels. We'll begin to pedal out the knees, taking one knee at a time towards the chest. If that feels good and you would like to go a little bit deeper, take both knees towards your chest, maybe even floating the hands. Just opening up the top of the ankles, a nice little counter, especially if you opened up the back of the feet. And exhale, drop the hands down. We'll roll into our box, roll out the ankles, give the ankles a nice little tap, tapping the top of the feet, allowing that vibration to release. And from here, we'll come into a full kneeling, taking the hips over the knees, rising up. From here, we'll open into a shoulder rinse from a kneeling position. So interlacing your fingers at your sacrum, really root them down. Shoulder blades roll back and away. Drop the head back to your edge as that feels comfortable. You can always look forward. Dropping your head back is too much. Really bringing those bounded hands down the sacrum, opening up the chest. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, we'll roll, tuck our chin towards our knees, chin towards the chest, forehead on the knees, lifting up or staying low, just rounding out the spine. Inhale, we'll lift up, cross our ankles behind us, roll into seated, lengthening the legs out in front. Give them a nice little shake, Paschimottanasana. Inhale, peace fingers high. On your exhale, peace fingers to those big toes. Inhale, find length. Exhale, fold, forehead to your knees. Inhale, slowly come up, pedal out the legs. From here, you're welcome to lower down into your Shavasana. Coming back where we started our practice, rolling the shoulder blades underneath to open up our chest. Allow the feet to naturally fan open. From here, I'll walk you through a full body scan from the top of your head to the tips of your toes. Just noticing where you're carrying any tension and letting it go. Oftentimes we furrow our brow, we press our tongue to the roof of our mouth, or we grit our teeth down. Relax the space between your brows, relax the space between your teeth, and allow your tongue to naturally fall, truly to let go of tension in your face. And notice your shoulders, are they lifting up towards your ears? Gently allow them to relax down. And notice your fingertips. If your palms are nice and open and relaxed, or you're squeezing them in, remind yourself to let that go. And tune in to your belly. Are you engaging your core or your glutes, your inner thighs? Oftentimes we fire those without even realizing. So let those areas go. Sink deeper into your mat. Then notice the back of your legs, maybe to your toes. Are you turning your feet in or curling your toes just like your hands? Allow the feet to go. And most importantly, holding this posture as long as you need, as long as time allows, to really, truly allow yourself to surrender and find the beauty in this posture, the beauty in your normal, natural breath, and the beauty in a lengthened and opened body and mind. You're welcome to pause this video. With my hands at Heart Center, I'll close out your practice. Thank you so much for joining me. It was an honor to find length with you. And I hope you feel from the top of your head to the tips of your toes a little bit more open than when you joined me on your mat. My hands at Third Eye Center, guiding force and intuition. All my light and all my love. Namaste.